It says we're live, right? Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the garbage truck driver. I just went and put my garbage out just now. And without the garbage truck drivers to pick all the garbage up, you already know how the place would be. So they are very essential. Shout out to all the essential workers this morning. Shout out to everybody that has a job somewhere and going out to get their bread. All right. By the sweat of a man's brow, so shall he eat bread. You're not rob nobody. You're not thief from nobody. You waking up and you getting out there to go get your bread. Yes. So you don't have to look over your shoulder and wonder which gunman will come stick you up. And, you know, because you have 2 kilos of coke hidden in your house. Or you have to go rob somebody later and police might be looking for you. It's all right. Go and flip burger. Go and sweep the street. Go and do whatever it is that you're doing. And for those of you who are up and corporate, big up to you too, but you're not better than nobody else. All right. Here we are this morning. Shout out to each and every one of you, man. Thanks for being here. Somebody said, SouFLo, yeah, what they said something about me making one job seem better than the other. I said, me, you must not be listening to my show. You must really not be listening. I think sometimes people just pick on me just because they want an argument, because they know I'll give them an argument, right? Because I love a good argument, that's for sure. But I don't know. I have never put one job, career, or nothing above another. I'm the type to tell people to go work, man. Go find a job. Go find something somewhere. Do something progressive. Like my granny used to say, do something before something do you. Yes. So we're always doing something because we don't want something doing, don't it? All right. Here we are. Hey, I have a $100 giveaway this morning. And the person, let me write that on my board real quick. You probably heard me say her name. Is that her? I want to say thank you for your support. We're still doing the money giveaway. This is our 8th giveaway. So it's $800 so far we've given away. 800 US dollars so far we've given away. Right? This $100 giveaway goes to somebody that's on all platforms, somebody that has their membership here as well, and very much supports my channel, is always on. And somebody said, and I left the comment over there, you asking for too much now, because I asked them to go subscribe to Eat Good TV and subscribe to Shakira's Fair channel. The person that cussed me out, I tell me, say, them are doing enough already. Now me I go overboard and them not doing it. Well, that's fine. You're not doing it. Please don't think because you bought your membership to this channel that you get to just style me and talk to me any which way you feel like you can. I'm not worth $9.99. I'm worth way more than $9.99. Understand? My manners and my respect is worth way more than $9.99. And I look at you the same way. I give you way more than $9.99. So nobody come talk to me in the kind of way and come style me up. Yeah, ask me for do too much now. And I'm not doing it. I'm not subscribe to no Eat Good TV. I'm not going over there. I'm not subscribing to no Shakira's Fair and them spell it wrong and all this. And you know the funny thing is, it was a man. It was a man. Some of on the man, you see, when I go on more womanly than the woman, them, I swear. But anyhow, no big deal. No big deal. If you don't want to go over there, you don't want to go over there. That shows the kind of level of support that you have. So when me say, big up to the people them who really support the thing, just know say I'm not talking to you. That's all. It's not a big deal. Anyhow, the winner of this $100 never complain, never do nothing. She goes everywhere I ask her to go, and she is always there. Anytime I pop up on any of these places that I ask you to be, Missy are there. Vicky Victory. Vicky Victory, I appreciate you. Thank you greatly. I don't know if she's here this morning. I haven't done a roll call yet. You know, the roll call go like in a school. Here, teacher, and teacher call out your name. I see Brittany. Nitty Bitty Crafters is here. Greetings. Thank you for being here. I don't know if Vicky Victory is here. I'm going to say her name again, Vicky Victory. So how this goes is, because it's your first time, all you have to do is just hit up my, after the show is done, just send me your pertinence. Send me your information. Do you want it Cash App? Hear about WhatsApp. Do you want it Cash App or PayPal? Your collection, information and all that, and we'll get that money over to you real quick. I understand it's not no $1,000. Honestly, that's the dream that we have, right? But the subscribers, the paid subscribers, will have to multiply in order for us to keep doing that. So $800 we've given away so far. We want to give away more. The goal was to hit 1,000, and I mean $1,000 every giveaway. That's what we're aiming for. That's what we want to do. We're not giving up the goal. So 1,000 every giveaway would be the goal. Me know say now and get you rich. They look $100 not getting you rich. It's $100 you never had before, right? And we're keeping the money in the circle, because actually I'm giving the money to people who is giving the money to me, right? That's called keeping the money in the family, right there. If Black people understood that as a people, we would be much more economically empowered than we are now as a people. We run on go buy everybody else things, right? And then we say, oh, but they don't have any Black clothing designers. They don't have any Black manufacturers for this and for that. And they do. They do. We just like what we like because we're conditioned to like what other people create and so on. We make other people rich and these things. So this is also kind of like a lesson of keeping the money in the community. Anyhow, let me big up some people this morning. And before I go ahead bigging up some people this morning, let me talk about what's on the board. I have been saving a lot of stuff on IG to talk about. And again, the list just get away from me because I never get around to these topics. So this morning, we're going to run through the IG things that I've saved. So you don't know what's really on it. I'm just going to flow until it's time to go. All right. And then, but one of the topics I really want to touch on though is Naaasiness in dancehall, and is freedom, is this, because I'm one of the people that advocated for this. I've always said that in our genre of music, dancehall music, the men have always been able to say, woman do this and she go down and she bow and she bend down low and she take it this way and she do that. Always talking about what women do to them and what them make woman do. And I always wondered to myself, like, so all these women doing these things, but yet all these men claiming that them no return favors and don't do nothing like that, right? All right. Came a time now in our music, because I come from a time in our music. Remember this, walk with me. I'm coming from a time in our music when none of this stuff could be mentioned in the music. Remember when you used to go and dance? You have to put up your hand when the DJ say, any boy, you never put him face on the girl yet, go so. You have to put up your hand, so even your woman beside you talk about, put up your hand before, because she don't want nobody in here know say, you do them thing there and them thing there, right? Any girl in here never take a cocky in her mouth, you put up your hand, so boy. And all of the woman them run out, yeah. Even your man I tell you, be put up your hand quick, and these things, right? We've passed those times now. Men get their freedom first and exploited it to the fullest and was able to say every and anything. And I said, damn, if that's the case, the women should be able to say what they want to say too, right? Make it even. All right. The woman them start say what them I say no. But me think them gone too far now, man. I think the woman them gone too far in the dancehall music, my friend. I have a picture, a video here that I saved over the weekend. Me I watch a dancehall show. I'm see an artist do something to a girl where me I feel wonder about, we're going to talk about the whole Ensure challenge and stuff, but this is never Ensure challenge. This is something else. I'm like, damn, these I don't want nobody telling me anymore about respect the women them and respect the girl them, and y'all got to give us something to respect, my friend. Wait till you see that video here. And then we're going to talk. All right, so I really want to get into that one. Was this me promoting them getting their freedom? Was it worth it? Was it really worth it? or should we have kept it at where it was at, where people didn't have to hide certain things? You know? So we're going to talk about all that this morning. And of course, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is the people couldn't take it no more. So the people overran the government, physically overran their government. I see some people cock up in the president's swimming pool, diving in the swimming pool, sitting in the man living room, cock tens, making a cup of tea in his kitchen. And I said to myself, could this actually happen like in Jamaica? After the UIC interview with Mr. Patterson, we got to realize we are in a pretty bad place, right? Some truths were revealed to us that we didn't know, right? And now the other question after that was, okay, where do we go from here? Some people are saying, oh, it's going to take a miracle to turn Jamaica around because right now we're just on that slippery slope heading right down to hell. Okay. Watch the people of Sri Lanka. They said, nope, we're not going there. We're tired of it. And we are the ones that have power. We vote you in and we vote you out. And if you don't want to come out, we take you out, right? They did their thing. Could this ever happen in Jamaica is one of my biggest questions for this morning. Before we get into all that, though, let me go back to the top of this chat and big up some people for being here. And if you want to see Vicky Victory tell her says she won and she need to come check SouFLoTV, call the number after the show or write at SouFLoTV@gmail.com and send all her info, right? And I'll send her money right out to her. Great Goodies is in the building this morning. Thank you for being here. Great Goodies. Seymour Bennett is here. Lovely Aneka, thank you so much for being here. Perlis123 is here. Juno Bryan is here. Maxine Good as Gold is here. King Biggs is here. Y'all go check out Lovely Aneka channel yet? King Biggs is here. Wayne Nathan is here. Darlene Walter Riley is here. Soldier819 is in the building. Soldier said, up, family. But day upon the sleeve. I listen. Yeah, man. Star K is in the building this morning. Big up yourself and thank you for being here. Andre Shervis is here this morning. Fallon Carrington is here. Mr. Article Dunn is in the building this morning. Purple Royal is here. Roxanne McIntosh is in the building this morning. Happy Monday, family. And it's not Manic Monday either. It's a money-making Monday. Get up, get out, and get you some. Sarah Caliente is in the building this morning, and Senior Sexy is here. Tracy Chin is here this morning. Good morning, SouFLo and the family, and have a blessed day. Star K says, I was up early on Friday waiting for it's the freaking weekend, baby. You know what, Star K? Shout out to quite a few people who hit me up. Inbox, email, and all that. SouFLo, where's the morning thoughts? One person said, I don't feel the same. I don't feel like my weekend started because I didn't hear it's the freaking weekend, and I really look forward to that every Friday so I can say, yes, the weekend is here. Now begin the weekend. I apologize. My apologies. And remember, at summertime, I have a bag of picnic, all my children are around and these things, and I'm running here, there, and everywhere. The place is open back again fully. No mask now wear, unless you choose to, and all that. So all the kids' programs are in place now. My daughter is back to dancing. She does ballet, tap, and jazz. Kosi is back to football again. I have Jaden here as well. And, we're running all over the place. So I got to figure out how to get to the gym, how to get back to their practice, how to get enough work done during the day to pay my bills and all these things. So sometimes when you see me, and then I have to also try to figure out how to put my time in with Miss Shakira Sphere. And, sometimes that takes some late night hours, and then I can't wake up a morning because I'm not as young as I used to be, I used to be able to go like really, really long in it. And then, I jump up the next morning and back to the things, but I can't do it no more. I'm breaking down, mate. Good morning, SouFLo. And the family. Dorothy T is in the building. Jet Shelley is here. Marcia Walters is here. Sean Cassell is here. Mesa is in the building this morning. Thank you for being here, Mesa. Mesa says, haven't been getting any notifications. YouTube been dealing with us kind of shabby. We've been complaining about this from last year. A lot of people haven't been getting any notifications. I asked YouTube about it. They said they were going to fix it. That's the fix that they've given us. Sadly, there's nothing we can do about it. And you just have to remember now. So we rely on our subscribers now to remember that we exist and tune in to us. YouTube now notify all of them, right? One guy I met at the grocery store, he said, "You still on YouTube? Because I haven't seen you in years." Years, him saying, in my mind, I'm like, nigga, you weren't even interested in my channel anyways, because you would have came and found me if you were that interested. But him claim say he hasn't been getting any notification. But around that time, there were a lot of people who were showing up every day who were telling me that we're not getting any notifications. SouFlo, see if you can fix that. Well, I tried. Sarah Cayente, thank you for being here. Cena Sexy, Tracy and Chin is in the building. Thank you for being here. Bromo Wright, blessed morning, family. Stay up, all the way up. Kai Tai Jai Empress is in the building this morning. A weird name that just stick to me. Kai Tai Jai Empress. Lulu Ridges is in the building this morning. Nitty Bitty Crafters is here. Julie Tapper is here. If I didn't call your name, then manners and respect to you. You already know how it go. We can't spend all morning and call out the name them. Big up to you, manners and respect. Barack Marley is here. Thank you for being here as well. Hello from North Carolina. I'll be on that side of the world soon. Again, soon. I'm getting ready to take up contracts again starting after the summer. I just want to enjoy myself, enjoy the summer, enjoy all the way until my child's football season is over, and then I'm going to jump on the road again. So Texas, here I come. North Carolina, all these places, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi. If it's in the south of the map, I'm in it, right? Or flying through it, or stopping there for a day or two it, and these kind of things. So I look forward to all that. It's going to be rough for me, man. I'm going to miss my family because I'm going to be gone on the road. It makes the vlogs more interesting because you get to see me up and moving, right? But you have to remember too, sir, I'm not going to actually have the same amount of time that I have now. So it's going to be shorter, but it's going to be more interesting on these things. All right. And for those of you who've been around all this time and remember what it was like while we were doing that, thank you. We appreciate you greatly. And that's what it is. We're getting back to it. Living life in real time, don't it? That was funny when you was on the road. Nitty Bitty Crafters. Yeah, boy. When I was on the road, you used to get people that cuss me out and say, something about your broke, and look at the nasty hotel or look at the little shabby, dingy hotel that you have the woman or the people, them daughter sleeping in. They was talking about Shakira's Fair. The people, them daughter sleeping in and all these things. Listen, I take contracts in remote areas, far out, where nobody else really wants to go. Why? Because I love traveling. I love adventures. I love being amongst people that, you know, just have a different way of life. And not only that, in those places, that's the only hotel that's there. The only hotel that's there for miles and miles and miles. So normally I get into town a couple of days before my contract starts. Figure no real food, somebody said. No our kind of food. That's true. For the most part, one time we were eating from we were actually eating from a gas station, because this town had 2 gas stations, one across the street from the other one. Everything else around it was farmlands. And then the facility that I worked at, they had a little town, and the little town where them have the grocery store. Actually, no, they had a grocery store. That's a lie. But the grocery store basically carry, it not carry anything like Caribbean stuff, but it carry food. But we didn't have a kitchen where we were at. So we had a room and we had a hot plate, and we have to improvise on these kind of things. I mean, Shakira got in there and she made it homely. She made it homely for us. So when we come in from work now, bust the door open and thing, it was like walking into somewhere comfortable. She put up your little thing and make the place look. She actually was vlogging too, and she did videos on how she do it on the road. I don't know, pretty thing. It's not no pretty thing. Honestly, when we took the contract, right? Every contract I take, this is how it is. But when I have her with me, it's different. Cause me a man, And the time I did in the army, I was in the roughest part of the army. I was in the infantry. Infantry soldiers, light infantry, legs they call us. We bed down and sleep anywhere. So I'm used to that. But having her with me now, it was like when you go to some places and you open up the door and the first thing you see is a big roach run past you, you're like, bomba clot. Yeah, you saw one of them, yeah. You're like, bomba clot. I want that. And man, one of the places that we went in the final part, we both looked at each other and we were like, this not worth it, you know? You ready for go home? We both looked at each other like, you ready for go home? I mean, I said, yo, I'm ready for drive, go all the way back to Florida, yeah, man. I can't do this. You're ready for go home? She said, I don't know. We came this far. You know, big up to her sometimes. She friggin' she keep me on ball sometimes. Because honestly, if it was up to me, that's the place I'm talking about. They had the orange walls, and the big back TV hanging from the ceiling that she ended up clean up and make it livable for us and thing. But I remember one place I went. I lay down. I laid down. Now this place had a jacuzzi in the bedroom. And I'm like, yeah, this look nice, right? The jacuzzi never worked, fam. The jacuzzi just dead it, like it's been there from the 60s or something. The carpet, the blinds, everything, the curtain, them on the thing, everything looked like it was from the 60s. And nobody has touched it since, except for people just living in it and come out. They like them no wash bed sheet or nothing. So I'm trying to make this place my own. So I'm gonna strip off the bed, strip everything off the bed. I see nasty stains on the mattress. I'm like, can't sleep on this still. I went and bought disinfectant spray, soak down the mattress, flip it, soak down the mattress, put double covers upon it, everything, laundry, did some laundry, wash all the bed sheets. Plus, I used to travel with my own bed sheet and my own pillow. See? And I'm laying there in the night because work start the morning, right? I'm going to feel something go so. No, right across my forehead, up my chin and across my forehead like this. And I was like, maybe me need sleep. I think I'm hallucinating. I swear to God. That's what I said first. I said, maybe I need sleep. I think I'm hallucinating. Because I can't believe that what I just saw run up and fly off my side of my forehead was actually what I thought it was. I look like this to the side, and the big rotted roach that run up my face flew off the side of my forehead, landed on the curtain, and was just sitting there. Mr. Nata, and I'm in there like this. And the next one run past me. What? No, roach afraid of you, right? Usually if you're up doing all this, the roaches are running. No, one next roach jump on me. And I was like, I normally feel like I'm being attacked because I hate, if you know me, you know something here, creepy crawlies. I will run from anything where creep, fly at the same time, all that. I don't know, we stay with roach already, don't it? Everybody bad till the flying cockroach in the house, and then you're like, ah! You want to kill it until it fly off on the wall, and it's you run gone, left it too. So I'm in there with these big ass flying cockroaches, my friend. Work starts in the morning at a facility that was paying me the highest I had ever been paid. So that's what I'm telling us, that I go to these remote places. The money is good. But what you have to do to make yourself at home there, I do what most therapists are like, I'm not doing that. No. So when I reach, they're like, man, it's hard for us to get therapists out here. And I tell all of them at all the facilities, I said, maybe if you guys, like designate a place where it's clean and livable, that therapists can come and you probably rent it to them at half, or take it out of their pay and, designate a place for them. Because when we come here, there's nothing here. Where are you staying? They'll ask, where are you staying? And as soon as you say the name of where you're staying, everybody will laugh in there. Oh, the Roach Motel. He's at the Roach Motel. Hey. Yo, I'm going to tell you. We got through some things on the road, you see? So when people make fun of me and talk about the boy, I don't have nowhere to live. Some people just discovering your channel. They're not on it until now. So them just discover the channel. They don't know where you live, where you come from or nothing. Them just find out about you. The boy broke, I don't have nowhere to live. Watch out. A motel, it must stay full of roach and a dirty motel with the ugly curtain, them and the this and the that. I just laugh at some people, man. It's road life, my friend. Road life, and we out here getting it, and we get it by any means. So big up to all the people them who get up and go work and go through them thing. All the one them who have to cuss every morning when them a go work. Going there. So again, me and this kid bitching at today. I swear, if she ever said nothing wrong to me, say, "Good morning, Miss Jones. How you doing? Hi." And clacky like on thumb part and back our head, but you know you got to. Hey, good morning. Yes, have a nice day. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Yeah, you know, somebody in there want to drill them a right hand, but you can't do it. Big up to them people there because it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And again, this is why I tell my children, you better excel at what it is you love to do, because that's a blessing in itself, to wake up every day and go to work doing what it is you love to do. Because there are people out here that have to wake up every day and they cuss from the minute they're up until they get off work. Allow me to tell, some people hate them jobs so much, and then them hate the people who them work with, and then them cuss whole rotted there. You cuss through traffic on your way to work, the whole commute. You reach there, you have to put on a fake face, and you have to keep the fake face on all day until after work. Now you can't wait to come off so you can relax your face a little bit and cuss again in your car and cuss who you didn't want killing that today. You know, and then you're driving home now, mad as rotted. And you're mad already because you're thinking, should I have to get up and go do this again tomorrow morning? So you thought, cuss already again. And these things, boy, you better excel at what it is y'all love to do, because this will be your life. That's what I tell them. I said, this will be your life. But me, I love what I do. I love occupational therapy. So the rough stuff comes with it, you know, and it balances it out. Yeah, lay down upon strange bed and roach a crawl by your face and fly off of your forehead. And these things just, it balances it out. It balances it out. Give me my money. I want my money. I am working for my money. The check them good. Every check me get, it's worth the roach climbing. Like Jesus Christ. Boom, boom. Yeah, man. Do it again. Jesus Christ. That's how it goes. So we'll be out on the road again soon, man. Shakira not coming with me anywhere this time. Shakira said, if we're going to have children, listen, true story. Our children planned, big planned. Mr. One, you would put up a comment about what I'm saying? I tricked her and manipulated her, and I have manipulated her into this relationship. Yeah. Okay. This relationship is this our babies are planned babies, okay? And this woman tell me from day one, she said if I'm gonna be having people leave random wild comments, nitty bitty crafters. I don't know why. It was a family vacation video, and on the family vacation video, some boy take it upon himself to write a paragraph about how he thinks I manipulated her into this relationship and now she's stuck there and all these things. So the first thing first, I've never had to manipulate any woman into anything. You know, me never had a problem with woman before, so I never had to run no tricks or manipulate any woman. They come as they want to and they leave after if they want to. Me never try hold back none from leaving when them want go neither and all these things. But it's not about me, more about her. That the girl that can't get manipulated. Fear head tough. Like she's a strong-willed, strong-headed person, and she does as please, I guess. She's not manipulatable. Let's put it that way. But anyhow, our babies are planned, and before we even started all that, we were on the road. Oh, by the way, if I manipulated her, we just passed 7 years, so I guess she's under my spell for 7 years and counting. I must be a damn good magician. So yeah, she let it known from the beginning. She was like, I'm not doing this traveling stuff, going different places with with no baby, you know. So you're gonna have to we have to go settle it in, reel it in, plant roots somewhere and something. So I said, okay, by the beach, man, right here in Florida where we at, and got a beautiful home. And now I can go back out on the road again. And I also took some time off too because she pregnant. I mean, if I want to leave her here at home alone, her first baby's by herself. So I was here for the whole pregnancy, didn't travel, didn't take any contracts, didn't do none of that. Stockholm syndrome, she have Vicky Victor. Yeah, she is in love with her abuser. She is hypnotized. Yes, and she can't go anywhere. Ah, abracadabra and science and hubakaba, hubakaba, science and them thing there. I guess. Ah, Karen notice says you don't have to explain to anyone. I know, Karen. I just find it funny. I say it not because I'm explaining it, it's because I find it funny. I find it funny that grown people get on the computer and say these things and actually believe them, because sometimes you engage them just to see, maybe you're joking, right? Maybe I want to joke yeah, because I'm laughing too. And then you get to find out they go into more arguments with you, and you're like, rotted. So you're really serious. Like you you want to argue too about it. Like, whoa, okay. Hey, people are gonna say what they want to say. I'm not offended. I don't have no time for all that. I got too much going on. I have too much on my plate, too much responsibility to be thinking about trivial stuff like that. I blow past it and I laugh about it, and that's about it. See it? So people need to drink them water and mind them own business. May I tell you, great goodies, them have issues. Enough of them have some serious issues. Anyhow, back on the road again I go. Vicky Victory. Y'all seen Vicky Victory? There you are. And Vicky Victory just says Stockholm Syndrome. It look like me have memory issues. All right, Vicky Victory, listen. Link up after this, all right? Either call me, and if I'm not answering the phone, maybe I'm going at the gym or something, then just SouFLoTV at gmail.com me and just say, hi, SouFlo, it's Vicky, and I want my thing sent to, here's my Cash App, here's my PayPal, whatever means, so on and so forth. And I'll get your $100 right over to you. All right, you're my winner. Thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Continue to support. I appreciate it greatly. All right. All right. So listen, man. Look at Sri Lanka in action, people. Look on this. My granny. You know, this is when the media cannot say a small scale protest broke out. Because you know them like to downplay stuff. A small scale protest broke out. That looked like the whole of Sri Lanka come out. See it? Look here. This is the president's palace. They stormed the president's palace. You know what's funny? Living in, traveling like with the U.S. military and going to a lot of these other places, I saw how their leaders were living compared to how the people were living. Now, a big building like this, make no mistake about it, this right here, with all them window there and something, you would look at it and think, oh, that's a hotel. Tennis court and everything, you would think, oh, that's a hotel. Or you would think, that's some big government building that has, you know, rooms for people that pay to stay or something. You find out, say, a one-man house that. And not far from this one-man house, you have majority of their citizens living in squalor, right? And you wonder how people pass them every day and hi, sir, and hi, ma'am, and good morning, and show them the most respect and bow down to them while they're running the country into the ground, and they have the most of everything while you have nothing. Look there. So the people came out, and the people overran the president's palace, demanding his resignation over the worsening economic crisis that the country is facing. The people them can't take it no more. They were already living in squalors, and now things are getting worse as their leaders are getting wealthier, and they can't take it. And they made it be known by doing this. Now, my question is this: you think that something like this could happen, say, in Jamaica? Do you think that the Jamaican people would be brave enough to try to pull off something like this, I've already told the people in Jamaica this. You can do this. But let's start first on a protest. You see, the protest would shake the ground, right? And the protest would make them say, Rotted. So if them assemble like this already, it only take one more step before them push down the gate and come in. So we're gonna have to start giving them what they voted us in for, right? All right. So I've told the people, this is exactly what they're doing in Sri Lanka. Come off of the road. Go to where they live. Go through their neighborhoods. With this many people there, the two little security guard at the gate can't do nothing. You're not up there to kill anybody. And they didn't kill anybody. That's the thing. They didn't kill anybody. They're not there to catch any murder charge. Although I say them who are the Minister of Finance, and police run down and surrounded him, and they were trying to escort him. And while they were trying to escort him, him get a few thumping him head back and a few kicks and these things, but they weren't killing him. Nobody was stabbing him. Nobody was shooting him or nothing like that. And they rushed him to safety. But we could do this. We could do this just by being present in their neighborhoods and saying, listen, you're secured. We're not. Get it done. That's it. And see if they don't move. They would be so frightened that you actually assembled in such a number, they would get right on it. Me just feel so. But here's why. Do I think that Jamaicans could and should or could and would do it? Nah. I don't think that Jamaican people would do it. I think they could do it, but I don't think they would do it. And here's why I don't think they would do it. I don't think if all the people could come together and do this, Julie Tapper says, if they could. You see that crowd? If you see election time in Jamaica, the crowd look just like this. That's them storming the front and entering. They're going in. The crowd in Jamaica at election time look like this kind of crowd. I've seen the crowds before. A sea of orange, a sea of green. And when you go down to the ground, everybody down there laugh and joke and beat drum and dance and wind up like it's one big party. Like it's one big party, and they vote the same people back into power that have done the same thing to them over and over again. And while they're laughing about it. I don't think Jamaica are ready for something like this because they worship their politicians too much. I've said this before. We worship our politicians too much. The woman them, boy, I'm look sexy and I'm suity. Look for me good up prime minister. Yeah. Dr. Tufton, Minister of Health. Dr. Tufton, sexy to him, man. Yeah. They're more concerned about that than they're concerned. Yes, I said it too. Then they're concerned about, is he doing the job that he was elected to do? He's not. Is it causing you suffering, extra stress and strain? Is the country secured? Like Andrew Holness ran on and said that when him get in office, that you're going to be able to sleep with your windows and your doors open because I'm gonna clean up this place. People never grill up them house so before, like no, you have to get extra grill. No, them grill the inside and the outside because the outside grill alone is not enough. Under Andrew Holness, the outside grill get pop off and them go in. You need an inside grill. You have to sandwich your door, sandwich your window, them door grill on the outside, grill on the inside, right? Oh boy, and we're not doing nothing, and we're still admiring them. Him house biggie. I wonder how much money him worth. Let me go look it up. Him richie. Him picking them handsome. I see how my grandfather used to say pot crutches. I see how some of them, I don't know what that means. I see how some of them pot crutches over there talking in my grandfather's language. Soon as Mr. Holness put up two of him son them picture the other day and said something about the whole family is now vaccinated and here are my two sons and they got vaccinated too. Asking for a friend. Your son them start dating yet? What a way them nice. But I want a nice young man like that for myself. And I'm like, look on them people here. The things that you're supposed to be concerned about, you're not concerned about. I'm so mad about it because I'm like, you think Andrew want your cranny self nowhere near any of them picking them? Eh? Them people that look seated high and look down up on you, minions, peons. That's why they treat you the way that they do, man. Remember one time they were talking about the little bit of money that was being given away? Remember, I know Jamaica, they get one whole heap of money, that was supposed to be distributed among its citizens to starve off starvation during the pandemic time. Not 90% of people them never get none of that the money there, right? People are wondering where did the money go. So they were giving out little bit of chick feed, my friend, chicken feeding. Yeah, and one of the opposition, because that's what they do. The opposition party always follow the ruling party and pick out all the wrongs they're doing as if they're not going to do the same thing when they get in and try to capitalize off of it. So I believe it was Mark Goldberg or somebody else that was in there, and him said, this little basket, this is all this money can buy. And him said 2 pounds of rice, 1 loaf of bread, this, that, and the other. How can this feed a family of 4? If you want to see, 100 them in there. Every time the man pick up one item, 1 loaf of bread, 2 pounds of rice, and yo, we have to laugh. They were having a field there in there, looking at you, right? And then when he made that comment about people who got corner shop, yeah, to show how out of touch he was. It was like, why don't people go grocery shopping, full up the deep freeze and full up the refrigerator and full up the cupboards with food so that you don't have to go back outside on a constant basis because it's a pandemic going on, and this lessens your chances of going outside and catching stuff from people. Most of the people them don't earn that kind of money, sir. Where them can them not even have deep freeze. Where them can full up the deep freeze and full up the refrigerator and full up the cupboards and stock up extra, have piles and piles of water where they can. This is how out of touch these people are. To know that not know that majority of the people, y'all talk to them in a rich people terms. See? Why don't y'all clean out the grocery store like them do a foreign? I was in Florida recently and them clean out the whole grocery store, man. When them here say hurricane was coming, why uno can't do the same thing? Clean out the grocery store on a weekly basis. That way you don't have to keep going back to the store. But it's the people them that keep on going to the corner shop. And because that them can't afford, sir. When the little money come in, them go to the corner shop, them buy 2 tin of mackerel, them buy 2 pounds of rice or 5 pounds of rice, them buy, and so them do the thing. Couple pound of chicken back and and go home, go cook, and that is dinner for today. Then might have something for tomorrow, but that's about it. Majority of the people aren't able to shop for weeks at a time. Out of touch. Out of touch. Why not clean out the grocery store them like me see the people them do in Florida? I was over there recently. Clean it out. Full up your fridge and your deep freeze. That way it lessens your chances of going out and catching corona. Poor people have to out the door, sir. Because if we not sell them little something up on the stall, we not get no money. You lock down the place. There's nobody to buy nothing. Little bit of money where we have a come in. Some of if we never have some family or foreign with dead down here. And I saw a report that said 2 million Jamaicans, estimated 2 million Jamaicans are not able to afford healthy food. Did y'all see it? 2 million Jamaicans are not able to afford healthy food. Now, I'm thinking, what is Jamaica's current population in 2022? Jamaica's population in 2022. Make we see.
Jamaica's population in 2022. Jamaica's total population was 2.98 million in January 2022. Data show that Jamaica's population increased by 12,000, plus 0.4%, between 2021 and 2022.
So we breathe in. Well, you know, we're good at that. That is one of the things them that we do. That we're good at that. Well, under stress and pressure come baby, I guess. 2.98 million approaching 3 mil. 2 million of which is unable to afford healthy food. I call bullshit. Yeah, I call bullshit. You know, it's disheartening to see those things though. 2 million Jamaicans unable to afford healthy food. Jamaica, farm up the place, my friend. But I actually left a comment over there and I was waiting for anybody to at me. At me for any of that. Farm up the place. 2 million out of 2.98 million unable to afford healthy food. Me left over there say, yeah, because it's KFC and Burger King them want. But here's the trick and the trickery. They are making imported food cheaper than the local food. And they did that on purpose. So the local farmers pretty much were getting starved out. The local producers were getting starved out. When you have chicken back being imported into Jamaica, I see. You know, I see the Spanish store them do it right here that I live. This is an economic strategy. Watch this. They move into the community. There's a large Caribbean community around here, not just Jamaican. The rest of the Caribbean is well represented here where I live, right? They move in, set up them big grocery store. We stop the Walmart because for them thing fresh. We don't care if it come from Mexico. We know say it's coming straight out of the ground. And these things, you can get your piece of yam, you can get your this, you can get your that, green banana, and these things. Salt, mackerel, blah, blah, blah. So I think about dinner today when I actually dinner today. But anyhow, as soon as them realize chicken foot is flying off the shelf. The chicken foot them used to be $1.80 something cent, right? Soon as they realize every time we put the chicken foot out, it done. Because you know Caribbean people do all kind of thing with chicken foot. Who make sauce, and I think it's Barbadian or Grenadines. One of them make sauce with it. I don't like the whole the sauce look. Chicken foot white and look kind of away, but the way I see them eat it up, it must taste good. We curry it, we brown stew it, we put it in a soup, we do all kind of something with it. I go back in there a month later, and the chicken foot is now $5 and change for the same $1 and change chicken foot. Now Guyanese make sauce, great goodies. Yeah, the sauce. I don't know if it's the way the youth make it, but me I watch a video how they make the sauce, and it never look too appetizing to me. Cause me not like raw meat. My meat have to cook. Me actually like meat overcooked. Guyanese make sauce. So big up to the Guyanese them. I will try that sauce one day and tell them about it. But that's what they do. Seeing all the things that you need, they go way up on the price. So in Jamaica now, what the Jamaican government is permitting is they're permitting this low cost for imported goods and can't compete with the local farmers. I remember years ago when my grandfather was still actively farming, Grandpa said, you know, yeah man, you see people Lego all them cow. Like some man just Lego the cow them and say who want them take them because it costs more for him to maintain his cattle farm than for him to actually, you know, he couldn't afford to maintain it anymore. To get them their shots, I have to give them shots, you know, to make sure deworm them and, you know, to move them about so them graze upon proper grass and thing. You can't left the cow in a dry spot and make the cow not have nothing to eat and these things. So it was better to just let them go. And people went on their cow farm, popped down them own gate and let out the cow them, make anybody who want them take them. You take them and go start a cow farm for yourself. That's what they were doing to us. People shut down their chicken farms because it wasn't worth it anymore, because the chicken that's coming in is way cheaper. I remember my grandmother, God bless her soul, Miss Ruby, before she passed away, she says, yes, the chicken that is being imported is way cheaper than the chicken that we have. So chicken dry up. When I was growing up, we used to have 200 on hand on any given day, 200 layers and 200 broilers, they call them, white chicken. We used to supply our local community and our local grocery store with chicken. The part of Clarendon that I come from, up to this day, we don't have a Burger King and McDonald's, none of them place there, not their own there. So the people them in that area, they still pretty much eat off each other. If you don't have it and I have it, we can exchange it. Or me not have it, you don't have it, I can buy it from somebody else or something like that, support your business. And then, me know most of Jamaica used to be like that, but it's not like that. So you will find these small pocket of communities where it's still like that. Other than that, people are growing them chicken just for themselves, or they're growing it to supply KFC or to supply all the other chicken place them and whatever. Them little cook shop and these kind of thing, local restaurants. Everybody are getting them chicken from grocery stores and stuff, or getting their chicken from stuff that's imported into the country. Now, I don't know if you want to see the video, but there's a documentary out there how these pieces of chicken can last for years. Me no want no meat to eat will last for years. So this chicken is lasting for years. And how when them spray upon it or put on it that allows it to feel like or look like or taste like it's not sour and it's not rotten when it's rotten and sour. That's what they're feeding the people. And I was just talking about this yesterday, like, okay, so we're going that route. Now let's talk about our healthcare system, because the two are tied together. You see, if the people of Jamaica don't really wake up, we're going to be suffering. I don't know if you all know it, but Jamaica has become amputation central. Within the Caribbean, we are now leading the way in amputation. Yes, people, diabetes out of control. Diabetes is on the rise rapidly in Jamaica, along with all other kind of sickness, illnesses, heart disease, and so on and so forth. All the stuff that goes along with a messed up diet, stuff that we never had before. And for nothing, after I watched that documentary and I read that Jamaica was becoming or being labeled now amputation central, I could not help, but I was in Jamaica and me look around and it's like my eyes couldn't miss it. You know, like when you don't know something, you don't see it even when it's in front of you, but when you do know it, you can't miss it again. It was one of those. And everywhere I looked, I was seeing people in wheelchair with one or both legs missing. And I was like, what the I want to go to Jamaica. How come? Because me grew up with one man in my community. Mas George did have one leg. And I think he lost it through an accident. And that was the only man that I ever saw or person I ever saw that had an amputation, right? Until, of course, later on in my life, my grandmother lost her leg before she passed away. And that was from a DVT, deep vein thrombosis, something that was going on, blood clot settled in her leg and was making it way up to her lungs and her heart and them kind of something there. So whole different situation. But seeing all these people with one or no legs around the place and knowing how our healthcare system is in Jamaica, you're like, yo, it's not safe. It's not that imported food that is not safe, but it's cheap. And the people gonna go where it's cheaper. I heard them saying, yeah, we have to make the little money stretch some most naturally where you think we are gonna go. sometimes it ain't even that much cheaper. So my advice to Jamaican people is this: go back to farming. Me understand says the 2022s and nobody no want touch grum no more. Nobody don't want sling a hoe and a machete no more. Nobody don't want to toil in the hot sun anymore. Cause skin of is smooth and who a bleach and can't go out the door and all kind of something. Go back to farming up your own food. Even those in the rural areas like up a town there, it don't take much land space to farm up some of the things that you need to consume. See? And big up to Portmore. That's one of the things I love about Portmore. Portmore is very much the heart of the city. However, if you look when you're there at Portmore, like in the town, you will see like people have them house. Some nice house there, Portmore too, man. And Portmore well vibes, but people have them house, and then right behind their house, their plot of land, their piece of land, them square that off, wall it around, and farm it up. And you say banana tree, you say all kind of something. So even in the city, you can. So I don't understand that number where 2.98 million is our population number, and you're putting out reports in your official news media that over 2 million Jamaicans are not able to afford healthy food. That don't sound good. That don't sound good at all. You know, most of the guys in Jamaica, when I go back home, I look and them I talk to me, I realize like 4 bottom teeth gone, 2 top front teeth missing. And I'm like, God damn, I know we're getting older and shit, but pardon my language, but it's like 1 in every 4 or 1 in every 3 of guys that I grew up with, like within my age group. You know, I don't know them not take care of themselves or what. Is the water? A something, man. A something. And they, yo, do you want to go a long time? I don't see and as them smile like this, I first thing I notice. They're missing teeth. Like, wow. But our healthcare system needs help, big time. It needs a revamping. And I've said this to the people before. And them cuss me out and said, me never have nothing good to say about Jamaica yet. And them I wait to hear some good news from me. Listen, if you want to hear good news is printed every day alongside with the bad news. This isn't necessarily bad news. This is awareness. This is awakening. All right. Enough of we here on this live. We are connected to people in Jamaica and we have to make sure that them okay too. And a lot of us here on this live, our dream is to be back there sometime in the future, whether it is to visit and then eventually to retire there or live out your days there. I told y'all before, me no want old age come catch me a foreign. I don't like how they age out here. I don't see the dignity in it unless you have a whole heap of money. I don't have no whole heap of money, and I've done my calculations, and I don't think the whole heap that is required to age out with dignity here, I don't think I'm going to hit that number there, right? There's a whole heap of money for age out with some dignity. So I already have it in my mind planned. So I got to fight. I have to make sure I'm at least being vocal if given a platform about certain things, hoping that by the time I might turn for reach there, that some of them things there change. Or that's how we're going to be living. Good morning.
Yes, hi, good morning. My name is Amy calling on behalf of the Palm Bay VA. Scheduling the power. May I speak with Sean, please?
This is Sean.
Hi, Sean, how are you? Can you confirm your date of birth for security purposes, please?
I'm on a live video right now. Can I call you back? Or can you do it without say again? Okay, I'll call back. All right, you too. All right. I had to take that call, yo. That was the VA. I just did my annual physical at the VA. All them something there, like there's so much stuff that I see in foreign that's available. That's why one time I see some people don't want to leave, you know. You can't too blame them, you know. You can't too blame them, but I don't know. Life sweeter in Jamaica for me, regardless. And this is why I'm trying to make it even sweeter. But that was the VA just call, as I am a veteran and they do my annual physical and stuff like that, you know. Oh, my back hurt, me I get old. Them say come in, me could send you go a one specialist go look on it. Ouch, my feet are hurting. Them say me could send you go a specialist go look on it. Ah, my eyes. I'm about to have surgery on both eyes, and I'm about to schedule that as well. Prostate exam and all these things. No cost to me. I already paid the cost through my military service. So I get that for the rest of my life. So when them young people I say, so Flo, you think we should go in the military? Yes, man, go on. Go on. Don't listen to nobody who tell us that don't go. I can guide you in though to where you don't end up in so much danger as I was in, because I did young and my head did hot. And people did tell me I couldn't do something, and that was the wrong thing to do because I did it. Could have lost my life though, just trying to prove that I could do something. Anyhow, yeah. So the healthcare system in Jamaica needs to be fixed up. Kataja Empress says, thanks for the VA. No doubt. The VA is, pardon my language, the VA is shitty, but the VA is also very helpful and very necessary. You know, it does a lot of good for veterans, but it can be a whole lot better. Can be a whole lot better. Frustrating to deal with them, but it's there, you know, because without it, and I want to point you out to something real quick too. No other country does this. You serve in the military of any other country. When you're done with your service, they're done with you, right? So it's like, oh, you're gonna retire, or oh, you're leaving service. All right, thank you, bye. Kick you out. When you make headlines anywhere, them say a former soldier or a former so and so. That's not how it is in the US, right? We have organizations that we belong to after we leave active service, and we also have a healthcare system that we belong to after we leave healthcare, after we leave active duty service, and we're still connected to those who are serving. So veterans link up with those who are in active duty and so on and so forth. So it's a whole different ballgame. Even these things, I think we can adapt in Jamaica to help the place and help our people and move our country forward. Not true? So when I speak these things and people tell me, say, you just hate Jamaica, man. You never have nothing good to say about it yet. It's not that. It's my duty to point out the things that I've seen work in other places that I think can work here as well. Yes. Why you think your favorite politicians don't go to the same doctor that you go to? Them not go to the same hospital, go lay down in a hospital bed when them sick, or sit up and wait. And well, them have him out there sit down on chair 2 days now, you know. That's like the story, right? Them have him out there sit down on chair 2 days now. I seen somebody took a camera in one of the hospital them, and me say rat. Holy pa rat. Rat, you know. You know me afraid of rat? Big man like me, afraid of rat. If I'm by a window and rat run over my foot, then me I jump. And they're showing you the rat them running through the at nighttime when the people them lay down. Some people in the hospital lay down on floor on I guess they give them like a sponge, or like a rectangular size sponge, and then people on the bed them, people on the floor on sponge. And them I show you the rat them I run around in the place, the rat climb up on the people them something, look round, them rat here look like them own the building and well experienced. And I'm like, is this the hospital? For real? Nah, somebody sending me a propaganda video because I don't want to put it out. You know, it can't be the hospital, but it was. It was the hospital, right? Your politicians aren't going there. Their children aren't going there. Their spouses aren't going there. Them jump on a plane and fly gone to Florida. Them jump on a plane and fly gone to Florida. Them jump on a plane and fly gone to England. Because England don't have any rats and roaches running through their hospitals, and neither does the US. You know, Kingston alone could use 2 more hospitals. You know what, Seymour Bennett, before them even do 2 more hospitals, them need to fix up the hospital them that's already there. That's why I be telling people like, man, you have $1 to give. Some of us, we have more than $1 to give. But listen to this. We can't give to everybody else. We're going to leave ourselves with nothing. But that Bounty Foundation is real. So KPH, Kingston Public Hospital, Jubilee, my brother who passed away, by the way, at 23 years old, he was born there. See, so I have kind of like an akin to these places. Them can use all the donation, and people like Bounty them, they're underground doing the work and making sure the work is done. The infrastructure of these hospitals need to be fixed up, but not only the infrastructure needs to be fixed up, the government themselves need to stop thieving all the money, putting it into their personal accounts. We don't know if they're offshoring it, spending it out in investments and all these things that will come back to pay them later on, of course, because them own this and shares in that and, build up them house bigger and bigger. Their children go to the best institutions across the world, rub elbows with the who of who's, while you go to the hospital and have to have roaches and rats crawl over you. While you go to the hospital and half of the stuff that's needed there, people are dying because a simple machine that is needed is not on the island. In 2022, a simple machine that is needed is not on the island. But you see the big hotel that just went up and had a grand opening, and it's millions and millions of dollars to put one of those in place, right? A simple machine that is needed to save lives is not on the island. The lady will get burned up the other day. I don't know, our man head tech him, and she used to have the car wash slash restaurant, I believe. And guys come and them talk to her, and the place there already at Jamaica, and you're a woman and you run your business and thing. Of course, a lot of men are gonna look at you like, yo, she have things that go on for her and things. It's just like a man when he's successful in life and you have things. Woman are gonna look, your woman can't be insecure and want to fight everybody will look upon you. So she had one of those guys and him couldn't take it. So him end up burn up the woman and burn up the place with her in it. She had to be flown out of the country. Where is our first world burn unit? Just something simple as that. Where's our first world burn unit? The little youth that got bit up by the dogs. He had to be take up GoFundMe and go out of the country. Where is since we're eating all these new imported foods and cancer is on the rise now, where is our cancer unit, cancer treatment units? We don't have nothing first world. A majority of the people there cannot afford to fly out and go overseas. When you fly out and go overseas, right, they'll take you, but you have to pay. So those of us who live here, you know how much an ambulance ride costs, right? You know how much a night in one of these hospitals costs, right? I remember Roger Clark, the politician, when he was ill, he was laid up in Florida in a hospital for weeks. Edward Seaga, the former prime minister, head of the JLP, he was laid up in a hospital in the US for weeks. Didn't go to a hospital in Jamaica. They flew out of the country. Now that tells me something. It tells me that you don't trust the doctors there because they're not trained properly, or they don't have the knowledge, or is it a combination of that and Jamaica have some of the best doctors, some of the brightest minds. The doctor them frustrated. You could talk to some of them. They're frustrated. Look at what they have to work with. They're like working with bare minimum. Even our law enforcement officials, they're working with like bare minimum. So everybody gets stripped to fatten the pockets of these leaders. And this is the stuff that the people in Sri Lanka was tired of, and they actually got up and decided, we're going to do something about this. We are not going to take this anymore, just like this sitting down. And Jamaicans are taking this sitting down, my friend. We're not taking this sitting down. This is our country, and you're not going to just herd us along like cattle and then slaughter us when you're ready for meat. So they came out in their numbers like that. And they overran the presidential palace. They took it over and ran them out. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Good morning, family. Are you all right?
Good. This whole thing with Sri Lanka, I'm gonna tell you that they got my respect for life.
I'm telling you.
Okay? The way they took up unity, nobody sell out, nobody went and said, hey, tell a government official, give me your 5,000, I'll tell you what we're planning. Unity. And everybody came down to the presidential palace. They didn't go there to kill nobody. They didn't go there to loot and rob. They didn't go there to vandalize. They went there for power, to take back their country. Another thing I liked, you didn't see no women.
Right.
You didn't see no children. The men stood up and took back their nation.
Right.
That tells you about the family structure and the moral standards that those people have. It said a lot.
Damn. You know what? I was going to skip past that. So they basically said, women and children, stay home. We're going
stay
out.
Home.
Yeah, we're going
stay
out.
Home.
We handle
Take care of the home front. We men, we're putting our lives on the line today.
That's powerful.
We're coming back with something today. And let me tell you, for years, for generations to come, Sri Lankan children will hold their head up with pride, knowing that their grandfathers and their great-grandfathers stood out there and took back their nation.
Wow.
They didn't sit there and sell out. They didn't vandalize. They didn't see who they can kill. They didn't see who they can rob. They didn't see which party they could go to, right? And which artist is doing what. They said, we're on priorities right now. We don't have time for fun. True. Priorities we're upon right now. You understand what I'm saying?
That's deep.
So those people, I've never been to Sri Lanka. I don't know a thing about them outside of they're an island and that they're Indian. But the level of respect I have for them, I mean, is so high.
Yes, absolutely.
And what we don't understand as a people is that respect has to be earned.
Yeah.
Globally, we don't get that because we don't want to be accountable. Everybody want to do what they want to do, and nobody be accountable to anything. Everybody just want to live free and wild. That's our problem. And then we expect to be respected by the world and to be treated like people who have earned respect. Sri Lanka has earned their seat at the table. Big up to them.
Manas.
That's it.
Thank you. Profound. Profound in the sense that, listen, I was about to skip over that. No women were out there. The women didn't have to come out the house. The children were safe. They locked away their women and children. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of when I'm in the U.S. military and we're about to go to war, when we have our orders to move out. And because in the infantry, where I was, no women. And I remember the chaplain coming in, he's saying, no, not the chaplain, the unit commander. The chaplain leads the prior. The unit commander comes out and he says, all right, man, every swinging dick on board. It's time to put the women and children to bed and ride out. That's what it reminded me of. Put the women and children to bed, make them safe, stay home, stay on the home front, hold the home front down. We'll be back. We about to go do this for us and for our future. That's deep. Another thing she said, which is deep, when we get together like this, we start seeing which storefront we can break and what we can loot and stuff we can take out and run with for free. It's like we get distracted by something else, and now the purpose becomes on the back burner, and now police have a right to run in and start bashing you over the head with stuff because you're there running down the street with a flat screen TV or a new mattress or something like that, right? I told you, nobody got killed. They didn't kill anybody. They were not there to produce violence. They weren't breaking and looting any stores or anything. They marched on exactly who needed to be marched on and took their message straight to them. We can tie this in right now with what that caller just said about our respect that we want from others, but we are not we haven't earned it. So this is the new dancehall, right? You might have to try to figure out what go on yourself. See if you can figure out what's going on yourself. And you know, I'm all for it. I'm all for freedom. And to some degree, I even feel guilty because I'm the one that's like, yo, man, live and let live. Let people live how they want to live. 450. 450, I guess, is a new artist. He's performing on stage. And this girl run up front. This is dancehall now, right? When since does an entertainer take his fingers and shove it down a girl's throat in a front row, and she there gagging on the finger and sucking off the man's finger and feel him up while she's sucking off his finger and everything. You see, and of course the Ensure challenge just went by, which I thought was another one that was nasty as hell. This is us though, right? This is us though. And we spoke about this. This is why other people are taking our creation and going farther with it than us. Nobody wants to see porn while they're seeing your music on display, your artistry on display. We know where to get porn. The world isn't like it used to be before. We can find porn easy for free. So you don't have to act it out in front of us. We want dancehall. We come for dancehall, right? I have to be careful how I talk because some people look at it like a box here try box food out of the youth mouth and the youth come from, you know what I'm saying, just a make it and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying nothing bad about the artists. However, I am in a sense. Be careful of what y'all doing because it don't look good. On the world stage, it don't look good. Me see a girl again doing the challenge where she's jumping in the air and splitting and coming down on a brick, a block. Not a brick. They brick them red and little. A block. A block we use build house at Jamaica, right? And she jump in the air and split and drop on the block. Bloop! And get up and drop on the block. Boop! And you hear the DJ behind the sound system encouraging her to do it again and again. For this one right here, I said to myself, I said, them nasty gal. My comment is over here. I said them nasty gal. Nasty. Not nasty. Nasty. Naaaasi. Them nasty gal. Them girl here, same one I'm going to tell you about their wifey material and you should respect them and all these other things. Nasty gal. Let me give you some. Check this out, right? Funny and not funny at the same time. Everyone on go to bathroom before. Take a boo-boo. Number 2, wipe your body and your finger miss from the toilet paper or bore through the toilet paper and now you have doodle on your finger. Everyone know it happened to before. All this girl, no say, before this brother come on stage, him never go take a boo-boo and miss with him toilet paper and him finger bore the toilet paper. Watch her. Your parents must be so proud. You know? Your parents must be so proud. But the sad part is that this is more than just her. There's a large group number of females today that are like this, and that's their mindset. It's girls' night out. Man, Ashley, you were wilding last night. It's summer 2022. I'm gonna make this summer the best summer ever. And this is what they mean by making this summer the best summer ever. I'm gonna suck off 450 finger when the theme on stage or whatever famous entertainer is there. If me can't even get to go backstage with him, I say, Governor, I walk through the grocery store one day and girl run outside and talk about me just feel like I want going and can't suck off him hood right now, cause. And I'm like, how do you know, like, if the guy hygiene up to par or nothing since you go that far, mama? So maybe it was not to our best to encourage this freedom that we thought we needed. You know, remember me telling her for the longest in the music, Baby Sham, which gala session suck. Right now, I that run the cut. All right, so nobody can blame the young youth them who just putting out music today, because the people before them kind of was pushing that already. Baby Sham was singing with Alicia Keys' Ghetto Story. He had a song, which gala session suck. Right now, at that run the cut. Encouraging the women to free up yourself and use your mouth more than just to kiss your man in the face. And even to some degree, letting her know that she's out of timing. Which gala session are right now at that run the cut. So if you're not deal with that, you can't around you. Right. And the men spoke about it, and the women weren't allowed to speak about it. And then when Aishana come out with equal rights, no one try even up the table, everybody get mad because them claims say is women alone doing it. That's why the men can't speak about it and men aren't doing it. But the woman them talk up now and say a lie because we not do it too. So people like me come out and say, yo, it's only fair that they have the same amount of rights. But then again, now me have to look and say, what we really are fight for? What kind of rights is this? You know, what kind of rights is this? If you notice, the dancers that make it big, I've said this before, the dancers that make it big, they get to do backup dance and go on tour with people like Justin Bieber and all these people. Them people that fly in come Jamaica, you know. Learn how to dance like how our dancers dance. Take it back to wherever they come from. Poland, Germany, or wherever. Clean it up, polish and shine it, dress themselves properly when they're doing it, and they collect the big bucks off of what we're doing. And then the originators are looked at like, damn, y'all are disgusting. You nasty. Why you do it like that? You know, like there you can do it, but there's a clean way to do it, kind of thing. And bring all the theatrics with it. I don't know. But I left this one right after this morning. Again, I'm saying, ladies, you hold more power than you think you do. And until you realize the kind of power that you do, women, then people say, watch them, I go blame the woman them now for the downfall of Jamaica again. I'm not blaming the women per se, but they have to take some blame because whatever our women say is okay, that is what we give them. Yeah. If she say it's okay, that is what we give them. So when you say we going all over the place, frigging up, messing up our whole existence, is because she is encouraging us to do so. Cause that she like. I see an incident yesterday where the police rolled through a certain neighborhood and they were picking up certain guys. And it was the women that came out. Where do you think I go on? This is the same video where the woman clocked the police first and the police start ross her on the watch. I'll feel her skirt. We're going up in the prints. She'll take man out a police truck. Box the police, you know. But your man spray them like roach, like a began. They empty out the police truck, them, you know. We now catch you in the video, fabulous. Squad, go back around and go find who Fabulous is. The police them come with a list of who to get pick up. All right. Woman block the road and take out the man them out of the police vehicle them. See? Now these are areas in Jamaica that are volatile. People dead regular around here. These same women claim, I know my man, right? When the police come through and supposed to be doing their job, they same one won't let them do their job. And then later on, them same one a cry how police presence is needed. Here the mount of suck your mother and up under your granny, the police them get around there. The girl clout the police a box and the police box her back. And now they're balling in the come. In the come. You see, we got changes to do, man. We have changes to do in order to be better. And women, you are spearheading this and you don't even know it. You're either going to help us to change for the wasara or you're going to help us to change for the better. But it starts with you, though. Not that I'm blaming you. I'm just letting you know how powerful you are. All right? With that said, 8:37, good time to stop this morning and make some of this resonate. And we'll meet right back here tomorrow morning on Morning Thoughts with SouFLoTV. So thank you for coming out. Big up yourself. Vicky Victory, SouFLoTV@gmail.com me or call me and let's get your money out to you ASAP. I appreciate all the support. One love. Think about what I just said. And again, I'm not blaming you because you like it and we do it. We do it because you like it. It's two of we and mash up the place together, man and woman. But woman, you hold the power for real. Because anything you start say, we're not into that no more. Watch it change. One love. Peace.